हॅलो, गुड आफ्टरनून. मॅडम, आवाज येतोय? हॅलो. हॅलो. Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn topic called as alkanes. Before this alkanes, there is a short description regarding this hydrocarbons. So after studying this unit, you will be able to learn classification of hydrocarbons along with the nomenclature and concept of isomerism, then conformations of ethane, physical and chemical properties of alkenes, chemical reactions including free radical mechanism of halogenation, combustion and pyrolysis. So what does mean by hydrocarbon first? This term indicates, or the name indicates, it contains a carbon and hydrogen only, means these hydrocarbons contains these compounds contains carbon and hydrogen only, and these hydrocarbons plays an important role in this daily life. For example, We are familiar with this LPG and CNG terms. This LPG is stands for liquefied petroleum gas, and the CNG is stands for compressed natural gas. And another term is called as LNG, that is liquefied natural gas. This is also new in these days. This petrol, diesel, and kerosene oils. Just a minute. This petrol, diesel, and kerosene, these oils are obtained by the fractional distillation of this petroleum found under the earth's of crust. This coal gas is obtained by destructive distillation of coal, and all these fuels contains a mixture of hydrocarbons, which are the source of energy. So these hydrocarbons are also used in the manufacture of polymers like polyethylene, polypropylene, and polystyrene, etc. And higher hydrocarbons, the higher term means this hydrogen and carbon, more than 4 carbons or 5 carbons. These are higher hydrocarbons are used as a solvents for paints. Basically, they are used as a starting material for manufactures of many drugs and dyes, and thus you can well understand this importance of hydrocarbons in your daily life. So in this unit, you will learn about more about these hydrocarbons. So depending upon the carbon-carbon bonds present, they are classified into 3 main categories: the saturated hydrocarbons, then unsaturated hydrocarbons,
आवाजच नाही होते.
नाही नाही, आवाज मी थांबवलेला आहे. काही मुलं नवीन ऍडमिट होत आहेत ना, त्यांना हे करतो. येतोय ना आवाज माझा? येतोय ना तुम्हाला? हॅलो.
हो सर, येतोय आवाज.
येतोय सर.
ओके, थँक्यू. Okay, depending upon this carbon-carbon bond present in this organic compounds, these are basically hydrocarbons are classified into these three main categories. The first category is saturated hydrocarbons. The saturated hydrocarbons contains carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen single bonds. If the different carbon atoms are joined together to form open chain carbon atoms with a single bonds, that term is known as the alkene. So today we are going to learn this alkenes. Means alkenes are what? Saturated hydrocarbons. If the carbon atoms forms the closed chain or a ring, this is a ring system. This is called a saturated ring system. And this term is called as a cycloalkene. Cyclo stands for cyclic ring system, and alkenes are nothing but a saturated hydrocarbon. Means saturated hydrocarbon means there is absence of carbon-carbon double bond or presence of carbon-carbon single bond here, isn't it? So this is called as the saturated hydrocarbons are called as alkenes. Unsaturated hydrocarbons contains carbon-carbon multiple bonds, double bonds, triple bonds, or both. These are called as alkenes, isn't it? And the aromatic hydrocarbons are a special type of cyclic compounds. So these are aromatic hydrocarbons. These are alkenes, and these alkenes are cyclic, also cycloalkenes, as well as open chain organic compounds. Is it clear? Another way of classification is acyclic or open chain hydrocarbons. So these open chain hydrocarbon, this open chain carbon atoms in their molecules, these are also called as aliphatic hydrocarbons. So these are alkenes and alkynes. These are aliphatic hydrocarbons. So cyclic or closed chain hydrocarbons, these compounds contains closed chain or ring of the carbon atom in their molecules. They are further divided into two categories. The first category is alicyclic hydrocarbons, which contains a ring of 3 or more carbon atoms and have a property similar to that of aliphatic hydrocarbons. Further, these alicyclic hydrocarbons are divided into three categories: cycloalkanes, cycloalkenes, and cycloalkynes. So these examples are cyclohexane, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, and cyclopentane. These are the examples of cycloalkenes. So cycloalkenes are cyclobutene, cyclopentene. This pentene and butene is depending upon the number of carbon atom present in this cyclic ring system. Cyclohexene, this is 1,4-cyclohexadiene. It stands for the double bond between 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. That's why this is called as 1,4-cyclohexadiene. This is cyclopropane, cyclopropene, and cyclooctane. This is carbon-carbon triple bond. This is under the heading of cycloalkynes. Is that clear? So this is the flow chart of classification of hydrocarbons. Basically, these are divided into two: acyclic or open chain. These are also called as aliphatic hydrocarbons. Then cyclic or closed chain hydrocarbons. This closed chain hydrocarbons are alicyclic and aromatic. Aromatics are benzonide. Then alicyclics are divided into two, that is saturated and unsaturated. So saturateds are cycloalkenes, and alkenes and alkynes. Cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes are alicyclic unsaturated organic compounds. And coming back to this acyclic or open chain, or it is aliphatic, these are saturated and unsaturated organic compounds. So the saturated acyclic or open chain, or these are called as aliphatics. These are under the heading of, these alkanes are under the heading of saturated acyclic, or these are open chain, or these are aliphatic organic compounds. So alkanes are again a saturated open chain hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon single bond. So methane is the first member of this family. If we replace this one hydrogen atom from this methane, if we replace one what is called as hydrogen atom from this methane, so here is the CH3 by carbon atom, and join a required number of hydrogen to satisfy the tetravalence of other carbon atom. Means, for example, this is CH3. So this is called as the, this is what, if we replace one hydrogen from another carbon atom till it satisfies the tetravalence of other carbon atom. So what is the name of this? Anyone please? What is this? It is what? It is what? Ethane, isn't it? So what do you get? This is C2H6. These hydrocarbons with the molecular formula C2H6 is called as the ethane. Okay, thus when we can consider the C2H6 is derived from the methane by replacing one hydrogen atom by the methyl group or CH3 group. Is it clear? When we go for constructing these alkanes by doing this theoretical exercise, by replacing hydrogen atom or by with the methyl group, this next molecule will be C3H8, C4H10, and if another one is C5H12, like this. Okay, so these hydrocarbons are inert under this normal conditions, as they do not react with the acid, base, and other reagents. Hence, they were earlier known as the paraffins. So alkanes are earlier known as paraffins. This is for competitive examination. So alkanes are basically what? Open chain hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon single bond. When we replace one hydrogen from this methane, when we replace one hydrogen from this methane to form methyl, and which substituted with another carbon atom with tetravalence of, satisfies its tetravalence, it forms the ethane. Again we replace this with another CH carbon atom, so it forms the propane, like methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, etc. So the names of these alkanes end with the ane, whether or not the carbons are linked together end to end in the ring, called as cyclic alkenes or cycloalkenes, or whether they contains a side chain or branches. The name of every carbon hydrogen chain that lacks any double bonds or functional groups will end with the suffix called as ane. So alkanes with unbranched carbon chains are simply named by the number of carbon in the chain. The first four carbons or members of the series is termed as number of carbon atoms are named as follows. That is methane, 1 hydrogen, saturated carbon, then ethane, propane, 3 hydrogens, then butane, 4 hydrogens, saturated carbons, 4 carbons with 10 hydrogens, 3 carbons with 8 hydrogens, propane, methane, ethane, and butane. So this equation describes the relationship between the number of hydrogen and carbon atoms in the alkenes. So hydrogen is equal to C2C plus 2. C stands for number of carbon atom. So where carbon and hydrogens are used to represent the number of carbon and hydrogen atom present in the molecule. If the carbon is 2, then hydrogen is 6. By putting this number 2 here, so 2 into 2, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6 hydrogens. So general formula for this alkenes are CnH2n plus 2. This is again for competitive examination. General formula for this alkene CnH2n plus 2. So where Cn and H2n plus 2 represents the number of carbon and hydrogen atoms present in the molecule. So Cn is equal to 3, then H2n plus 2 is equal to 3, 2 into 3, 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So if 3 carbons are there, so hydrogen is 8. So this is the general formula for alkenes. Alkenes are paraffins, common name. So alkenes, first alkene is methane, then ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, and decane. Based upon the number of carbon atoms attached to this carbon atoms, and carbon atom is termed as the primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. This carbon atoms attached to no other carbon atom in methane or to only one carbon atom in methane is called as primary carbon. The terminal carbon atoms are always primary. For example, when we carbon atom attached to two carbon atoms is known as secondary. Secondary alkenes are called as propane. So tertiary carbon is attached to 3 carbon atoms. Example is butane. And neo or quaternary carbon is attached to 4 carbon atoms. So this is primary carbon, secondary carbon. This is tertiary. This is again primary. This is quaternary. Is it clear? So structure of alkane. According to this VSEPR, that is called as valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, this methane has a tetrahedral structure in which the carbon atom lies at the center and 4 hydrogen atoms lies at the 4 corners of the irregular tetrahedron. All this carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen bond angles are 109.5. This is a normal tetrahedral angle between this hydrogen and carbon with hydrogen. This alkane contains a carbon hydrogen single bond with average bond length of 154 pm and 1087 ppm respectively. So each carbon in alkane is sp3 hybridized. Since this sp3 hybridized carbon has a 4 half-filled sp3 orbitals, Therefore, it forms the 4 bonds, and the 4 bonds are directed towards the corners of regular tetrahedron, and the bond angle is 109.5 called as tetrahedral angle. Thus, the alkane have a tetrahedral structure. So this is the sp3 hybridized orbital of this orbital structure of methane. The bond angle or distance between this carbon and hydrogen is 108, and bond angle is, this is called as tetrahedral angle between this hydrogen, carbon and hydrogen. So it is 109.5. This is a normal tetrahedral angle in methane. So this normal tetrahedral angle is 109.5. This is for MCQ based question. So another term is known as isomerism. So isomers, these are the first 3 alkanes, methane, ethane and propane, have only one structure, but higher alkanes can have more than one structure. For example, pentane has 3 isomers, means these 3 isomers, neopentane, N-pentane and isopentane. Pentane means how many carbon? 5 carbons, isn't it? These are the 5 carbons. This is again 4 plus this is 5 carbon. This is again 1, this 3, 4, and this is 5th carbon. So this is 3, 5 carbons are there. This is called as neopentane. These structures having same molecular formula but different structural formula. So this concept is called as isomers of each other. These N-pentane, neopentane and isopentane, these are the isomers of each other. Isomers are nothing but same molecular formula but different structural formula. So another one is butane. Butane has 4 carbon atoms. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2 plus 2, 4 carbon. So N-butane and isobutane. These are the again isomers of each other. So hexane. This is N-hexane, means 6 carbons. So isomers are the molecules having same molecular formula but have a different structural formula and have a different in properties is due to difference in their structure. That's why they are known as structural isomers. The structural isomers which differ in chain of carbon atoms called as chain isomers. So these are the 2 types of isomers, structural isomers and chain isomers. So these are the chain isomers of each other, means they differ in the chain. So alkanes contains carbon-carbon sigma bond. This electron distribution of the sigma molecular orbital is symmetrical around the internuclear axis of carbon-carbon single bond, which is not disturbed due to this rotation about its axis, and it permits the free rotation of carbon-carbon single bond. And this free rotation results into different spatial arrangement of atoms in a space. Due to this spatial or rotation or free rotation of this carbon-carbon single bond, this rotation results into spatial arrangement of atoms in a space. This is regarding alkanes. Alkanes, stereochemistry of alkanes. The stereochemistry of alkane includes, it contains a carbon-carbon sigma bonds, and electron distribution of the sigma molecular orbital is symmetrical around these internuclear axis of carbon-carbon single bond, which is not disturbed due to rotation about its axis, and this permits the free rotation about carbon-carbon single bond, and this rotation results into different spatial arrangements of atoms in a space which can change into one another. And this spatial arrangement of atoms which can convert it into one another by rotation of carbon-carbon single bonds is called as conformations or conformers, or these are also called as rotamers. Is it clear? समजतंय सगळ्यांना? पाटील मॅडम, हॅलो, साक्षी मॅडम, कोमल,
Yes, sir.
समजतंय का मी जे आता सांगतोय ते? जागृती, these conformations or conformers are formed due to this rotation of carbon-carbon single bond, and due to this rotation of carbon-carbon single bond, it results into different spatial arrangement of atom in a space, and due to this it change into, means one form is changes into another form. So the next term is called as torsional angle or dihedral angle. So torsional angle or dihedral angle is nothing but an angle between this carbon hydrogen plane or carbon carbon hydrogen plane. This torsional angle is easily seen in, this is a Newman representation or Newman projection of ethane. So when we consider this is a ethane, CH3, and this is CH3, isn't it? This is a open chain alkene. When we convert into, this is called as Shower's representation. And these two carbons, and these are the hydrogen atoms. हे 3 हायड्रोजन आहे, एकच मॉलिक्यूल वेगवेगळ्या रिप्रेझेंटेशन मध्ये, आणि हे जे आहे दिस इज back side carbon and this is front side carbon, these two carbon. This is a representation called as Newman projection of ethane. Same, this is chain, this is showers, eclipsed and staggered. Staggered is different again, and this is Newman projection. So when this is angle between this is 60 degree between this carbon, backside carbon, and front side of the hydrogen and front side of the hydrogen, isn't it? हा अँगल जो आहे 0, 60 किंवा 180, हा कसला आहे? हा जो डॉट आहे हा पण एक कार्बन आहे, इथे CH3, हा एक CH, हे हायड्रोजन, ठीक आहे. आता हा हायड्रोजन आणि इथे बॅक साइडला एक कार्बन आहे अजून, हा जो मोठा गोल आहे हा एक कार्बन आहे. ह्या कार्बनवर अजून 3 हायड्रोजन, जसं की हा एक आणि हा दुसरा आणि हा तिसरा, हे एका मागे एक आहे. पण ह्या 2 हायड्रोजन मध्ये एक हायड्रोजन हा फ्रंट कार्बनचा आणि दुसरा हायड्रोजन हा बॅक साइड हायड्रोजनचा, याच्यामधलं जे काही अँगल असणार आहे, दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज दी टॉर्शनल अँगल. अँड इफ द टॉर्शनल अँगल इज 0 degree, so that representation is known as eclipse Newman projection of ethane, isn't it? If this is a 60 degree, because why this is because there is a no restriction in a rotation. It rotates the carbon carbon single bond, it permits the free rotation of carbon carbon single bond, and due to this rotation it forms a spatial arrangement of atom in a space and which can change into one another. Means if we change or if we rotate the molecule or the carbon carbon single bond, it changes its conformation. What it changes? It changes its the conformation. If it changes in the conformation, it changes into the torsional angle. If it's 0 degree torsional angle, it is called as eclipse conformation of ethane. If it is 60 degree, this is called as Gauch conformation. And if this is anti, means totally against or opposite, so this torsional angle is 180 degree, so this is called as anti Newman projection of ethane. So dihedral angle or torsional angle, the symbol is called as theta, and the angle between two bonds originating from the different atoms in Newman projection. Different atom means this is a front carbon and this whole zero is backside like this, isn't it? So these two are the representation of Newman projection. Yes, this is the showers representation. So this is showers eclipse and showers staggered. What is called as eclipsed and staggered? Because this eclipsed, these hydrogen atoms are in the same plane. These hydrogen atoms, in case of staggered, these are not in the same plane. That's why staggered is more stable than the, this is opposite to each other. After rotation, if we stable this molecule and if we rotate this carbon atom, these hydrogens will be here, this hydrogen is there, and this hydrogen is here, isn't it? If we rotate this, after rotation, it forms the two conformations. Which two conformations? One is eclipse conformation and another one is staggered conformation. In case of eclipse conformation, these two hydrogen atoms are what? Two hydrogen atoms of two different carbon atoms. Two hydrogens of two different carbon atoms are in the same plane. Means they are flagpolly interacted and having maximum energy and least is the stability. So staggered is the more stable conformation of ethane than the eclipse conformation. So ethane has two conformations called as staggered and eclipse conformation, isn't it? So this is again a eclipse form, means eclipse form is 0 degree. What is the name angle of this 0? This which angle? This is tetrahedral angle is 0 and this is 60-degree angle. This is staggered form. So staggered is more stable than eclipse conformation. So here is the energy profile diagram. When this is ethane, these hydrogens shown in the red color, these having 0 degree means highest energy and least is the stability. If we rotate this molecule, it forms a 60 degree. So this hydrogen and this hydrogen form the 60-degree tetrahedral angle, and somewhat it is what more stable than the first one, means called as eclipse conformation. Again we rotate this molecule, again these two hydrogen atoms are in the same plane, isn't it? So it forms the 2.9 kilocalorie per mole or 12 kilojoule per mole energy. So it increases the energy. So this is the, isn't it? So it increases the energy. This is called as eclipse conformation. Again we rotate this molecule. This red color hydrogen should be anti to each other. So it forms a 180-degree rotation. So this is more stable again and having a least energy. Again we rotate this, again it forms this Gauge conformation, that is 240-degree tetrahedral angle. Again it forms, if we rotate this is opposite to 60-degree, isn't it? And this is again a first one, that is 360-degree. So it is a least stable, called as these four are eclipse conformation and these three are staggered conformation. So these staggered conformations are more stable than the eclipse conformation because it having a least energy, and least energy is due to what? There is a flagpolly interacted with each other. These hydrogen atoms of two different carbon atoms are not in the same plane or they are far away from each other. समझलाय का? Hello, hello, I am audible.
Yes, sir.
So next part is physical properties of alkenes. So as we discussed that this physical properties, that structure of alkene, this depend upon it shows sp3 hybridized. This carbon atoms present in the alkene are sp3 hybridized, and it is this every carbon atom forms the 4 sigma bonds with carbon or hydrogen atoms, and the general configuration of alkene is CnH2n plus 2. They exhibit tetrahedral geometry with a bond angle of 109.47 between them, as we already discussed, and this methane molecule is symmetrical tetrahedral structure. Second property, physical property, is solubility. Due to this very little difference of this electronegativity between carbon and hydrogen and covalent nature of carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen bonds, these alkenes are generally non-polar molecules. As we generally observe that these polar molecules are, means these alkenes are non-polar molecules. These polar molecules are water soluble, are soluble in polar solvents, whereas non-polar molecules are soluble in non-polar solvents. Hence, the alkenes are hydrophobic in nature. What is hydrophobic? Anyone? Hydrophobic. His alkenes are insoluble in water. Hydrophilic and hydrophobic. So this alkenes are hydrophilic or hydrophobic if this is insoluble. So it is water hydrophobic. So however, they are soluble in organic solvents, as the energy required to overcome this existing van der Waals forces and generates the new van der Waals forces is quite comparable. Means solubility as the property of physical property of these alkenes. The solubility, it is insoluble in water, and these alkenes are soluble in organic solvents, as the energy required to overcome with the existing van der Waals forces. And this solubility or insolubility is depending upon what? The little difference between the, or small difference between the electronegativity of between carbon and hydrogen, and covalent nature of the carbon-carbon single bond or carbon-hydrogen single bond. This alkenes are non-polar molecules. First, alkenes are non-polar. As we observe that these polar molecules are soluble in polar solvents and non-polar molecules are soluble in non-polar solvents. Hence, these alkenes are hydrophobic in nature, means the alkenes are non-polar, hydrophobic, and insoluble in water. This is the property of alkenes. So alkenes are soluble in water or insoluble in water. Are you there? All are there in the lecture? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So alkenes are what? What is the first property? What is the first property of alkene? This is the bond angles. This bond angle is known as which angle? या bond 109.5 ला कोणता angle म्हणतात? Tetrahedral angle. Hello. The second property is solubility. This according to the property of this alkenes, there is a small difference between the electronegativity of carbon and hydrogen, and the nature of this carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen single bond. These are generally non-polar molecules, and they have generally observed that these non-polar molecules are soluble in non-polar solvents and polar molecules are soluble in polar solvents. So These alkanes are hydrophobic in nature and alkanes are insoluble in water. So second or third property is boiling points. As the intermolecular van der Waals forces increases with increase in the molecular size or the surface area of molecule as we observe. As the boiling point of alkenes increases with increases in the molecular weight. If methane, ethane, then propane, pentane. So if the carbon chain is increases, the boiling point is increases, means the boiling point of alkene is depending upon the molecular weight of alkenes. The straight chain alkenes are observed to higher boiling points in composition to their structural isomers. So melting point of alkenes follows the same trends as their boiling point, as the increase with an increase in the molecular weight. This is attributed to the fact that these higher alkenes are solids and it's difficult to overcome intermolecular forces of attraction between them. So higher alkenes are solid in nature, so it is having a melting point, and melting point and boiling point of these are commonly called as physical constant, is depending upon this number of carbon atoms as the intermolecular van der Waals forces increases with the increase in the molecular size, and if increase in the molecular weight, it increases in the boiling point and melting point of the alkenes. It is generally observed that even numbered alkenes have higher trend in melting point in composition or comparison to this odd number alkenes. So odd and even number of alkene means, for example, this is CH4. It is odd or even C2. It is, what is C2H6? So it is methane, ethane. So this is what odd and this is what even. So it is observed that even number of alkenes have a higher trend in melting point in comparison to odd members of alkenes, as the even membered alkenes pack well in the solid phase, forming the well organized structure which is difficult to break. So these are the some physical properties of alkane. So any doubt in this till now? Anyone please? आता 12 लोक आहेत, काही ह्याच्या आपण काय शिकलो आता, काय काय बघितलं? एनीवन प्लीज? जागृती मॅडम, करण राठोड, वैष्णवी मॅडम बोला. So another part is chemical properties of alkanes. The first one is substitution reaction. If one or more hydrogen atoms of alkanes can be replaced by halogens, into nitro group or sulfonic group, so halogenation takes place either at the higher temperature or in the presence of diffuse sunlight or ultraviolet light. So lower alkanes does not undergoes this nitration and sulfonation reactions. And these reactions in which hydrogen atoms of alkenes are substituted are known as substitution reactions. So in short, more number of carbon atoms or one or more hydrogen atoms of alkenes can be replaced by halogen, nitro group or sulfonic acid group. This halogenation should be take place at higher temperature or in presence of diffuse sunlight or ultraviolet light, and the lower alkanes does not undergoes this nitration and the sulfonation reactions. And if we replace one hydrogen atom of the alkenes with this nitro and sulfonation or sulfonic acid, and these are substituted on this alkenes, so these are known as substitution reactions. So higher alkenes are having higher alkene means more than 5 number of carbon atoms. It can be nitrated when it is heated with nitric acid, and this reaction is called as liquid phase nitration. When this is carbon number 6 means it is hexane, reacts with this HNO3, that is nitric fuming nitric acid, is formed the nitrohexane. One hydrogen atom is replaced with the nitro functional group by removing this water molecule. For nitration of this lower alkanes, a technique called as vapor phase nitration, which is used in a mixture of lower hydrocarbons and nitric acid vapors. These vapors are passed through silica tube at highly elevated temperature at 400 to 500 degree Celsius. This reaction also involves the cleavage of carbon-carbon single bond along with carbon hydrogen linkage, resulting into the mixture of nitroalkanes as a nitration. And this like halogenations are also follows free radical mechanism. This nitration like halogenations also follows the free radical mechanism. So the first chemical property of alkanes is the lower alkanes does not undergo this substitution reactions, and the higher alkanes having a more than 5 carbon atoms can be nitrated or it undergoes a substitution reactions like nitration, halogenation and sulfonation. And if we form the reactions of lower alkanes, substitution reactions, and the lower alkanes, this technique is called as vapor phase nitration, which is used in which the mixture of lower hydrocarbons and nitric acid vapors is passed through the silica tube at highly elevated temperature around 400 to 500 degrees Celsius. And this reaction involves the cleavage of carbon-carbon single bond linkage along with the carbon-hydrogen linkage, resulting into this mixture of nitroalkanes as a nitration like halogenations also follows this free radical mechanism. So the next chemical property is halogenation reaction. If these alkanes are supposed to undergo this halogenation reaction, it proceeds via free radical chain mechanism, which involves the 3 steps to complete this halogenation reaction. These are initiation, propagation and termination. So the first one is initiation, as this reaction is initiated first. That initiation step of halogenation of this alkanes, which is initiated by homolysis of the chlorine molecule in the presence of light or heat. It forms the chloride free radicals. This CSL bond is weaker than carbon-carbon single bond, means chlorine molecule, chloride carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen bond, and hence these are easiest to break. This bond between chlorine and chlorine. It forms the chlorine free radical. So this first step is called as initiation step. The second step is propagation step. When the chlorine free radical attacks, this chlorine free radical attacks on this methane, it forms the methyl radical, and the reaction in forwarded direction, it's breaking this carbon hydrogen bond, it forms the HCl to generate this methyl free radical with the formation of hydrochloric acid. This methyl radical is in first initiation step, it forms the chlorine free radical, and this chlorine free radical is further attacks on this methane molecule, and this methane molecule, this reaction take place by breaking this carbon hydrogen bond to generate this methyl free radical with the formation of HCl. This methyl free radical is obtained which attacks the second molecule of chlorine to form this methyl chloride with the liberation of another chlorine free radical. So in third step again it replaces or it forms the chlorine free radical. When this methyl free radical is reacts with this, or it attacks on a second molecule of chlorine to form this methyl chloride and chlorine free radical. This chlorine and methyl free radical, it generated above repeated steps in the A and B. This is A and this is A and this is B respectively, and thereby step chain reactions. And the propagation step, that is A and B, are those which directly gives the principal products, but many other propagation steps are possible and may occur this due to what two or such a steps are given below. Explain how more highly halogenated products are formed. So this halogenated or halogenation reactions undergoes through three steps. It involves the three steps of mechanism called as initiation, then propagation and termination. In initiation, it forms the chlorine free radical. Further, this in propagation, this chlorine free radical is attacks on this methane to form this methyl radical, and further this methyl radical is obtained attacks on second molecule of chlorine to form this methyl chloride, and again it liberates the chlorine free radical. In last step mechanism step called as termination, in this step this reaction stops after some time due to this consumption of reactants and due to this following side reactions. The possible when it radicals, it forms the cleavage. This methyl radicals also form the cleavage, and this methyl and chlorine free radical also form this methyl chloride. Through this methyl chloride, the one of the product is formed, but the free radical has consumed and chain is terminated. And the above mechanism help us to understand the reason for the formation of ethane as a byproduct during this chlorination of methane molecule. Means in halogenation reaction is the formation of ethane as a byproduct by this reaction. So another one is combustion. This is a chemical property so alkanes on heating in the presence of air or dioxygen are completely oxidized to carbon dioxide and water with the evaluation of large amount of heat. This is combustion. When alkanes on heating in presence of air or dioxygen are completely oxidized to carbon dioxide and water with evaluation of large amount of heat. The general combustion equation of any alkane is that is CnH2n plus 2 plus 3n plus 1 2 plus O2, and it evaluation of carbon dioxide and heat by removal of this water molecule. Due to this evaluation of large amount of heat during this combustion, so alkanes are used as a fuels. So one reason is there why alkanes are used as a fuels, because it is what there is evaluation of large amount of heat during this combustion, and alkanes are used as a fuels. During this incomplete combustion of alkanes with sufficient amount of air or dioxygen, the carbon black is formed, which is used in the manufacture of ink, printer ink, black pigments, and also filters. So this methane get combustion reaction in the presence of air. It forms the carbon dioxide, and incomplete it forms incomplete reaction. Incomplete combustion forms the water molecule. Only it does not evolve the carbon dioxide. So another chemical property is controlled oxidation. This alkanes on heating with regularly supply of dioxygen or air at the higher pressure and the presence of suitable catalyst gives a variety of oxidation products. So ordinarily these alkanes resist to oxidation, but alkanes having tertiary hydrogen atom can be oxidized to corresponding alcohols by potassium permanganate. So potassium permanganate is oxidizing agents, and 2-methyl propane, it forms the 2-methyl propanol. This is controlled oxidation reaction of or chemical property of alkene. So again, another property considering this isomerism. So alkenes on heating in presence of this anhydrous aluminum chloride and this is Lewis acid or hydrogen chloride gas. It isomerizes to branch in alkenes. This is the property of butyl in alkenes, and the major products are given below. This same minor products are also possible, which you can think over. Minor products are generally not reported in this organic reaction. So basically, when n-hexane or 2-methyl pentane, n-hexane is isomerized in presence of this AlCl3, that is aluminum trichloride. This is a Lewis acid which forms this 2-methyl pentane or 3-methyl pentane. These are the isomers of this hexane having the same molecular formula but different structural formula. So this is the chemical property. It undergoes isomerization. Then some alkenes forms the aromatic ring system, means the name indicates aromatization. This N-alkenes having a 6 or more carbon atoms on heating with 773 at 10 to 20 atmospheric pressure in presence of oxides of vanadium, molybdenum, and chromium supported over alumina get dehydrogenated and cyclized to benzene and its homologous. This reaction is known as aromatization or reforming. These alkenes are aromatized in presence of this oxides of vanadium, then chromium trioxide, then molybdenum to form this aromatic ring system. Then reactions with steam. So another chemical property of methane or alkane, this when methane reacts with the steam at 1273 K in the presence of nickel as a catalyst to form this carbon monoxide and dihydrogen. This method is used as the industrial preparation of dihydrogen gas. So it is a methane when it undergoes a steam reaction to form this carbon monoxide and dihydrogen. Then pyrolysis, the higher alkenes on heating to higher temperature decompose into lower alkenes, etc. Such a decomposition reaction into smaller fragments by the application of heat is called as pyrolysis or cracking. So pyrolysis is nothing but higher alkenes on heating to higher temperature, it decomposes into lower alkenes or alkenes. Such a decomposition is known as a fragments, and applications are called as heaters. This method is the chemical property. These alkenes are having a chemical property called
Hello.
as, yes, hello, hello, yes, I am audible. So this pyrolysis means cracking of higher alkenes into smaller or lower alkenes or alkenes. So when this is hexane, when it undergoes a pyrolysis reaction, it forms some different alkenes, that is propane, butane, and sometimes it is the hexane with removal of this dihydrogen. So pyrolysis of alkenes is believed to be a free radical reaction, which is used for the preparation of oil gases and petrol gas from kerosene oil or petrol involves the principle of pyrolysis. For example, dodecane means dodecane means 12 carbons constitutes constituent of kerosene oil on heating with 9973 in presence of platinum and palladium, or in nickel gives a mixture of heptane and pentane. So this is a property of chemical property of alkenes. So the next part is method of preparation of alkenes. So petroleum and natural gases are the main source of alkenes. So from unsaturated hydrocarbons, the dihydrogen gas adds alkenes and alkynes in the presence of finely divided catalysts like platinum, palladium, nickel, or to form these alkenes. Means alkenes like ethene and hydrogenation of this ethene to form this ethane. So this first method of preparation of alkanes from unsaturated hydrocarbons is in presence of some metals like platinum, palladium, and the nickel. And these metals absorbs the dihydrogen gas on the surface and activate the hydrogen-hydrogen bond. This platinum and palladium catalyze the reaction at room temperature, but relatively higher temperature and pressure are required with the nickel catalyst. From alkyl halides, second method of preparation of alkenes. So these alkenes are produced from alkyl halide. This prominently by the two ways. The alkenes can be prepared from alkyl halide through reduction with zinc and dilute hydrochloric acid. So this is methyl chloride. So alkenes can be prepared by alkyl halide. This is alkyl halide, and through reduction with zinc and dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms the methane by removal of this hydrochloric acid. Then third method under this from alkyl halide, this is called as Wurtz reaction, WURTZ. In this dry ethereal solution, on reacting or treating alkyl halide with sodium metal, production of alkenes in higher. By this reaction, we can achieve the higher alkenes with an even number of carbon atoms. This is methyl bromide and sodium, sorry, and etherical solution and forms this alkenes by removal of sodium bromide as a byproduct. This is called as a Morse reaction. Means this reaction is methyl bromide is reacted with sodium with methyl bromide and thus forms the ethene to removal of sodium bromide as a byproduct. Third one is from carboxylic acid. The preparation of alkanes from the carboxylic acids mainly happens by two means. The alkanes can be prepared from carboxylic acid by the removal of carbon dioxide, and this process is known as a decarboxylation. It produces alkene with carbon atom lesser than that present in the carboxylic acid. This carboxylic acid mainly happens by two means, and the alkanes can be prepared by carboxylic acid, that is salt of carboxylic acid, removal of carbon dioxide, and it forms. This process is known as decarboxylation. Then Kolbe's electrolytic method, it is the process alkene is produced through electrolysis of sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid. So this is a sodium acetate, which is a salt of carboxylic acid, and the electrolysis it forms the ethane or alkene by removal of this carbon dioxide, then sodium hydroxide and dihydrogen. So this is regarding all regarding alkanes, means chemical physical properties of alkanes, preparation of alkanes. Then first we discuss the nomenclature and the IUPAC of nomenclature. Before these alkanes, we seen this classification of hydrocarbons, etc. Now these are the some multiple choice questions. So hydrocarbons are aromatic compounds with elements. What is the answer? Anyone please? Answer is already there, that is A. Hydrocarbons. Hydrogen. So hydrocarbons are organic compound with oxygen, carbon, both hydrogen and aromatic is a separate branch of hydrocarbon, whereas alkenes, alkene, alkynes are subfamilies of branch aliphatic hydrocarbons. What is the anyone please? Hydrocarbons are organic compounds with element. Answer. Manas Patil. Manas. Hello. Patil Manas, Sakshi Sinde, Komal, Karan Rathod, जागृती जगताप. आवाज येतोय का?
हो सर येतोय.
काय आन्सर आहे मग याचं? दिसतंय का समोर? याच्यावर स्क्रीनवर दिसतंय का? हायड्रोकार्बन्स आर ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड्स विथ एलिमेंट. काय ऑप्शन आहे? 4 ऑप्शन आहे. याच्यापैकी कोणतं उत्तर आहे त्याचं? So answer is D. These organic compounds are made up of only carbon and hydrogen, and hence the name called as hydrocarbon. So find out the odd one out. Aromatic, alkanes, alkynes, alkenes. The first A, because alkane, alkyne, alkynes, these are the subfamilies of branch of aliphatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic is the separate branch of hydrocarbon. So the simplest member of organic compound is simplest member of organic compound is B. The methane is the simplest member of alkane family, and indeed the simplest of organic compounds, as all other compounds are derived by altering this compound. म्हणजे हे जे खाली जे कंपाऊंड बनवलेले आहेत हे मिथेन पासून किंवा मिथेनच्या स्ट्रक्चरचं व्हेरिएशन करून बनलेले आहे. म्हणून मिथेन इज द सिम्पलेस्ट मेंबर ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड. So ethane is obtained by electrolyzing So B is the answer. This potassium succinate is the process is generally called as coal-based electrolysis. Ethane is obtained from this potassium succinate. So methane is the product of aerobic respiration. True or false? What is the answer? So methane is the end product of aerobic decay of plants due to the breakdown of very complicated molecule. So A is the answer, that is false. Calcium carbide and reaction with water gives D, that is acetylene. Name the process associated with the acylation of benzene. Friedel-Crafts reaction. This electrophilic substitution reaction that takes place between ethanoyl chloride and benzene is called as Friedel-Crafts reaction. Is the hydrocarbon in which all the four valencies of carbon are fully occupied is called as alkanes. So shall we stop here? Any? Hello? Anything wants to ask? अरे काही विचारायचंय का? पाटील मानस, साक्षी शिंदे, सॅमसन A21S, जागृती जगताप, करण राठोड, कोमल. आवाज येतोय का जागृती मॅडम? So the liquid hydrocarbon is converted into gaseous hydrocarbons. This method is called as cracking, that is pyrolysis. Under this cracking with higher temperature, the liquid gas or liquid form of hydrocarbon is converted into gaseous form. Another question, chlorination of alkane is an example of radical elimination, free radical or addition reaction. It is free radical reaction, that is halogenation, that three steps: termination, propagation and initiation. The first step is initiation, then propagation and termination. So these are the three steps under the halogenation of alkanes. So this is undergone by free radical mechanism. So a dibromo derivative of alkene reacts with sodium metal to form an alicyclic hydrocarbon. The derivative is 1,4-dibromobutane. This on reaction with sodium metal gives cyclobutane. So this is 1,4-dibromobutane. Then this is sodium. It forms the cyclobutane with sodium bromide. Find the correct order of relative energies of the ethane conformation. As this staggered skewed eclipse, then staggered skew eclipse is the answer. Then bond angle between hydrogen carbon bonds in ethane is, it is 109.5. Alkenes undergoes halogenation. It is an example of, again, free radical substitution. Same question, but the way is different. Paraffin wax is saturated, unsaturated hydrocarbons, alcohols and esters. These are the saturated hydrocarbons. Find the correct order of ease of formation of free radicals. Tertiary, secondary and primary. Then formation of an alkane from reduction of an alkyl halide with zinc is known as Cannizzaro reaction, Frankland reaction, then Kolbe's. Frankland reaction. Select the incorrect statement regarding alkenes. It is otherwise known as paraffin. It is an cyclic saturated hydrocarbon, and alkenes, carbon-carbon single bonds are single, and alkenes have the general formula. So alkenes have the general formula, that means they have two additional hydrogen atoms in comparison with the others. Select the minimum number of carbon atoms a molecule must possess so as to regard as higher alkenes. So 17 is the molecule number of carbon atoms. Molecule with more than 17 carbon atoms are regarded as higher alkenes, such as waxes and the solids. Which among the following is not an alkene isomer with 6 carbon atoms? Hexane, 2,3-dimethyl-butane, 2,2-dimethyl-butane, neopentane. So D, neopentane is an isomer with 5 carbon atoms, and hence it is not an isomer with 6 carbon atoms. The other name of branch chain alkene is paraffins, isoparaffins, neoparaffins, and naphthalines. The B, isoparaffins, these are the linear and branch chain alkenes, have different in their physical properties, and hence they are given different prefix link N and iso respectively. So liquefied petroleum gas is mainly composed of methane, ethane, propane, or mixture of propane and butane. At the lower pressure, both propane and butane gets liquefied, hence they form the main components of LPG. So alkenes with 6 carbon atom have how many hydrogen atoms? 14. That is the molecular formula CnH2n plus 2. How many carbon atom present in the propane? Simple question. 3. In combustion reaction, alkenes are react with oxygen. So thank you for listening this. Still you are having any question on this alkenes? Please ask. Okay, we'll stop here.